Hello everyone, welcome to today's top 10 rules in life to take seriously. So, we'll be looking at these great rules that can really enhance the way you live in different types of ways. If you acquire these skills, you are going to kill it at living life, of course. Rule number 1, go for knowledge or go home. That may not be the standard go big or go home, but going big sometimes is going for knowledge, because knowledge can be traded with anything in life, except for time, because you trade not time for knowledge, and you trade knowledge for anything else. In a basic way, so basically, knowledge is really useful in this world. That's why you should dedicate most of your time to gaining knowledge instead of gaining money or gaining all those extra things in life. Because money and, having a family and friends is just a part of life that's there for everyone. And maybe not everyone at the time. But knowledge is for people who seek to go towards it. It's for people who seek to have knowledge. If you want knowledge, you'll get it. Don't find an excuse. Don't find a way to put yourself in a situation where you can't get knowledge in any way in life. Master self-realization to get knowledge from the things surrounding you. Our prefrontal cortex has been evolving for years, so you're not going to come here and tell me that I am dumb. That's impossible. We have a brain, unlike any other creature in the universe. As far as we know, we're the only living intelligent creatures. So if we're intelligent, how come we don't use this that much? Start using this and stop using your gut. You need to start using your brain to think and act in this world. Okay? Now, some things you know, some things you don't. What matters is that you use what you know to get what you don't have. You have knowledge. Use it to get money. And money opens up billions of doors. But the only key to those doors is knowledge. So practically, what you want to do is you want to gain knowledge in your life. Every type of knowledge, and use it where it's meant to be. Go places where you can change them with your knowledge, and go other places where you can form them with your knowledge. We're all generations. We're all just building a platform of knowledge for the other generation. We're building this world together. So what you want to do is you want to use your knowledge in your life. So that's it for our first rule. Go for knowledge or go home. Let's go to our second rule. Alright, now we're going on to rule number 2. To gain, you must feel pain. For all the people telling me, hey, some people are successful in their lives and they've never felt pain. We don't see them feel pain because they're living inside a great image and we're just small pixels inside that image. We don't see those pixels because we are one ourselves. Once they live in a great, awesome image, it's hard to see all those hard times that they had. All those bad times, all those sad times where they couldn't find hope but they made it. They made it why? Because they never gave up. So always, always, always think of this. Think of pain as a way to learn. Think of ideas as goals. Trust me, if you have goals in life but you don't have a way to get to them, they're meaningless. It's like knowing how to do something and not doing it. It's the same thing as not doing it at all, or not knowing how to do it. So what you have to do right now is you have to stop. I know, stop for a second. Look at the mess that's behind you. You may call that life, you may call that a mess, you may call that stupid, dumb, horrific, horrible, bad, great, awesome. Look at the mess that's behind you. Clean it up. Alright? You need to start by the small things in life. Everybody thinks that one day they'll go boom. Oh, I'm so successful. Suddenly, all of a sudden, some magical force came up to me at night and said, you're going to be successful. Boom. Put a pepperoni on my head and there. That's my lucky charm. Pepperoni, I get eaten by someone. Oh, there goes my success. That's not how success works. It's not a linear progression. Okay? Success goes from 0 to 100. It doesn't go from 100 to 0. There is no way in life for you to go straight up in a straight line. You're gonna go willy wonkin everywhere. You're gonna miss some things, but what matters is that 1% progression. There's this disappointing phase where you're working on all of your life, you're working on the things you know and the things you do and the things you have, and you're so disappointed because I'm doing all these things. Why aren't I succeeding? It's 1% progression. Alright? You're not going to go boom someday. You will, but that day takes time. Because 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 plus 2 is 3, and 1 plus 3 is 4. You're just adding 1% every time. You should not think of life as a way to get successful. No. Success is a part of life. Feelings of happiness, being sad, last for a couple of moments. Last for your whole entire life. They may affect you. But if you don't let your feelings affect you, you can be successful. You can be an idol. You know what matters in your life. So why don't you go ahead and apply those things that matter. Do those things that matter. Have things that matter. Have priorities. And always remember, it's never linear progression. It's 1% progression. That's it for rule number 2. Alright, rule number 3. Life is a master pop quiz giver. It gives pop quizzes any moment. You enter the class, boom, pop quiz. That's because as soon as you wake up, expect that at any moment there could be a pop quiz. At any moment, trust me, you could be tested in life. You could have challenges ready for you, one by one by one. Why? Because life is a master pop quizzer, or pop quiz giver. It likes to test you, to see all of your strength, to see where you're strong and where you're not strong, and to help you be stronger where your weaknesses are. Life likes you to be perfect, even though that is impossible. You can never be perfect. But life wants you to see where you should be better. You can't be bad at everything, and you also can't be good at everything. So why not be good at some things and know basics of others? That's why we learn in this life. We learn a lot of things, but we mostly use the things that we need to make money, to be famous, to have success, or whatever. But we only use the information that we need because we limit our information to these things. If somebody wanted to do everything they wanted in life, they would. They'd redo school a couple of times, being a master at mathematics, engineering, gymnastics, being a marathon runner, getting 1,000,000 gold medals. But they'd have to live for a couple thousands of years, but that's not possible. I've never seen a human live for more than 200 years. Well, not seen, but heard of. In this late century, we're all ready, right? We say that, I say, I'm ready. I always say that, I'm ready. Today is the day of change. But I don't change. The reason why is because these pop quizzes seem to surprise me. I get surprised. I'm like, I didn't know that I was going to be pop quiz today. I was very surprised. Why? Because of a pop quiz. Well, now you know that life is a master pop quizzer, or pop quiz giver. So never be surprised when you're giving a challenge. When you're given a challenge, just do it. If you don't know how to do it, ask for help. Because life is not a classroom. Making mistakes is not wrong. It's not bad. In life, making mistakes is what teaches you. Life is the greatest teacher of all. In this real world, if you don't make mistakes, you don't make no money. If you don't make no money, you don't make no knowledge. Vice versa. So, that's it for rule number 3.